All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium. Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Attack!
Let's go! Quick edge! Come! 36!
I don't need to.
Wow! Move! Hot!
They begin with a run by Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch the twins!
They keep it with Smith on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 21-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, 15.
On second down, it's Smith looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Yellow. Let's go, 80.
Hit! In!
Yellow.
Hayward!
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now it's Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida 78 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 52 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Joker. Check 3. Bang, bang.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Play action. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
57's right. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Jack, yo, slam, slam, slam. Tweet.
Here we go now with Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Play action. It's Jackson.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely force. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 85 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down now, it's Smith. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
57's Mike.
Play action. Now Griffin. They'll roll him out right. And he goes down. The Ravens Ravens able to get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Curly. Hey. What? Hey, check 24. Go.
Third and long. It's Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 62 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They run with Breida. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 20 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a first and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
57's Mike 57.
To throw is RG3. That's complete to Smith. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now it's Griffin. It's caught. Block it. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions, and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
50 seconds to Mike.
From the gun, it's Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On second down, a run with Breida. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Griffin. Complete. Smith has it. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A give to Smith out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Check, check, check. 66. Pull it. Pass. Slow, slow.
Out of the gun, Griffin taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Switch. Zip it. Out. Come on. Check. Crunch.
Throwing again. Griffin. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Let's go.
49, check 49, check 49.
57. Okay. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Rush in. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn up. He's trying to go.
Now Griffin on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Griffin. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Griffin. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 35 on second down, Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time for the Ravens. 57 yards. Here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now
it's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for KC. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
From the gun, Griffin. Flushed out right. Parker's got it for a Chiefs touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
53. Mike 53. Let's get the ball.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill. It's free.
They go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
He's coming. Okay, boom. Go, Mike, good you up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking for, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Check, check. Lucky.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. I'm playing the wrong football.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Griffin completes it to Hardman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Grant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. From the 24, Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll toss it to Breida. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 30. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's Grant. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Griffin. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 56 straight. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On 3rd down, Griffin. And going deep for Hill. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. And even 40 yards.
57 for Mike. 57 for Mike. Get that quarterback. 57. Mike. 50. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. 57's Mike.
On first down, Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2.
57. They can't hang with us. Check safety, check safety.
Here's Griffin to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Chiefs 32.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Every time it's a set. Come on, fellas.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. After the sack on first down, Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And some space here. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They'll run it now with Smith. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Defense wins championship.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now it's Breida, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check 43.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And some room to work. 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Baltimore, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage.